This is AMS TV and you are watching AMS English News, and here are today's top stories. Political suspense continues in Tamil Nadu. TVK chief and actor Thalapathy Vijay met Governor Rajendra Arlikar for the third time on Friday and claimed to form the government. However, he has the support of only 116 MLAs. This is two less than the required majority in the state assembly. According to reports, because Vijay does not have enough numbers, today's oath-taking ceremony has been cancelled. Political parties are watching the situation closely. The final decision now depends on further talks and support from other MLAs. The government formation process remains uncertain. In Patna, police used baton against DRE-4 job candidates on Friday. The candidates were protesting on the street. They were demanding their rights and jobs. Police chased them and used force to remove them from the area. Many candidates were injured and some had serious head injuries. A woman candidate was also repeatedly hurt during the action. After the lathicharge, shoes and slippers were seen scattered on the road. Some candidates removed their shirts and sat on the road in protest. They said they are future teachers and should not be treated like criminals. Rain was also falling during the protest. After about 7 hours, police cleared the area and protest ended. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK party has decided to end its alliance with the Congress party. DMK is unhappy because Congress supported Vijay's party TVK. Due to this political change, DMK said it will not sit with Congress MPs in the Lok Sabha. DMK MP Kanimozi wrote a letter to the Lok Sabha Speaker and requested a change in sitting arrangements. DMK has 22 members of parliament and is an important party in the India alliance. This decision may affect political relations between the parties. Leaders are now waiting to see how this situation develops in parliament. Suvendu Adhikari has become the first Chief Minister of West Bengal from the Bharatiya Janata Party. He took the oath of office in the Bengali language and said the name of God while swearing in ceremony. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and Chief Minister from 20 NDA ruled state attended the ceremony. The event was held in a grand way. At the beginning of the program, Prime Minister Modi paid tribute to Rabindranath Tagore on his birth anniversary. Later, he honoured a 98-year-old BJP worker, Makhan Lal Sarkar. The Prime Minister met him on stage, gave him a shawl and touched his feet as a sign of respect. The elderly worker hugged the Prime Minister warmly. The Indian government announced that retired Lieutenant General N.S. Raja Subramani will be the next Chief of Defence Staff (CDS). He will start his work on May 31st. He will also serve as the Secretary of the Defence Department. The current CDS General Anil Chauhan will complete his term on May 30th. The government has also appointed Vice Admiral Krishna Swaminathan as the next Navy Chief. Both officers will take charge soon. N.S. Raja Subramani will become the third CDS of India. This is an important leadership change in the Indian Armed Forces. Reports say that new peace talk between the United States and Iran may start next week in Islamabad, Pakistan. The goal is to reduce tension between the two countries. According to reports, both sides are working on a draft agreement through mediators. This could lead to formal talks lasting about 1 month. The proposed plan includes issues like Iran's nuclear program, reducing tension in the Strait of Hormuz, and moving enriched uranium to another country. US President Donald Trump said he is waiting for Iran's reply and hopes to receive it soon. If talks move forward, the ceasefire may be extended. China has publicly said that it gave support to Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. According to reports, a Chinese engineer named Zhang Heng spoke on state media CCTV. He said his team provided technical help in Pakistan. Their work included preparing fighter aircraft and related systems for combat. The report also says Pakistan Air Force uses Chinese-made J-10 CE fighter jets. These jets are produced by a company linked to AVIC. The statement has attracted attention because it is the first public acknowledgement of such support during the operation. The United States has released new UFO files. These documents include sole government record videos and photos. The files are now public after many years of discussion. Some records are linked to NASA Apollo mission, especially Apollo 12 and Apollo 17. In one report, astronauts said they saw bright object near their spacecraft. A few images also show strange point of light near the moon. Officials say the materials are being reviewed to understand unexplained sightings. Many people are interested in this file, but scientists say more study is needed before making conclusions. The Employees Provident Fund organization is planning a new system to make PF withdrawals easier. Soon people will be able to withdraw their PF money using ATMs and UPI. This facility may start by the end of this month. About 7.8 crore members will benefit from this change. It is part of the EPFO 3.0 project. The new system will reduce paperwork and save time. Members will not need to visit offices. By mid-2026, all services will become fully digital. The system will also support fast claim settlement and direct bank transfers. Today, the 52nd match of IPL 2026 will be played between Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans. The match will take place at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. It will start at 7:30 p.m. Gujarat Titans have won their last 3 matches and are good in form. Their captain is Shubham Gill. Both teams have played 10 matches so far. Each team has won 6 matches and lost 4 matches. They both have 12 points. However, Rajasthan is in 4th place because of a better net run rate. Gujarat is in 5th place. Today's match is important for both teams to improve their position in the points table. Heavy rain, strong winds and lightning hit several states on Friday. These states include Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand and others. In Bihar, a storm caused major damage in 7 districts. Many trees fell down because of the strong winds. Lightning strikes and falling trees killed 9 people. 5 deaths were reported in Patna city alone. More than 600 trees were uprooted during the storm. Some houses and roads were also damaged. People face problems due to power cut and water logging. While Eastern India faces storms, Central India is now experiencing very hot weather conditions. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.